Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the most epic LEGO Lord of the Rings MOCs ever created, featuring locations such as the Shire, the Mines of Moria and Helm's Deep. These creations are absolutely some of the best you can find on the internet, so let's dive into it. And starting us off is the LEGO Lord of the Rings Dwarf Mine Battle Castle, which was created by Michael Dwarf. This humongous MOC is absolutely insane and features so much detail. In fact, it features everything from a dark forest full of spiders to Smaug the dragon hiding in the ruins, even a fully functional boiling lava. The detail in this MOC really is insane. There's just so much to look at, it's almost overwhelming. But the only thing I will say that's negative about this MOC is the fact that there may just be too much going on, and it does maybe look a little bit overcrowded in certain sections of the MOC. But other than that, it really was an insane feat to be able to create such a large MOC, packed with lots of hidden gems and nods to the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit movies. Next up on the list, we're going to take a look at MB Brick's Gandalf Arrives MOC. This is a Shire based LEGO set that is vibrant, full of colour. It perfectly captures the green leafy pastures of Hobbiton. Unfortunately, this MOC doesn't have an interior, which really is a bit of a downer, but the outside alone is an absolute wonderful work of art to look at. So obviously this MOC is based on the scene where Gandalf arrives to the Shire to meet Frodo and Bilbo in the Fellowship of the Ring. You can see Gandalf in his cart, full of fireworks, ready to throw the party of a century. I love the vignette display style of the MOC. This is really something that would absolutely go well on a bookshelf or a display cabinet, as it truly is eye-catching. All the green leafy pieces really do bring this MOC to life. And although this MOC is a lot smaller than some of the other MOCs on this list, it still is very cool. Next up is Brickley's Battle at the Black Gate of Mordor. Now Brickley created this magnificent work of art based on one of the final scenes from Return of the King, where our main protagonists make one final stand against the forces of evil. And this MOC has absolutely everything you'd want from that scene crammed into this LEGO MOC. Starting off, the gate itself looks absolutely brilliant. All the different spikes, edges and spires on the gates look very imposing, just like the movie. You've even got the added detail of the trolls that control the opening mechanisms of the gate itself, so that really is a cool nod to the movie. But then where the real action is with both the opposing armies. You have hundreds of orcs and goblins facing down the remaining armies of Rohan and Gondor, and it's not looking great for the forces of good because they have been totally encircled by the orcs and goblins. But then there's even more action and detail in this MOC. If you look to the skies, you'll even see some of the Nazgul doing battle with the eagles. Overall, this MOC is absolutely epic. Credit to Brickley, he did a fantastic job with this. Next up is the Mines of Moria MOC, which was created by John Furman, which he created for the Bricks Cascade 2023. John managed to create a massive MOC that still doesn't look overcrowded, yet it is epic in scope and scale. Obviously this is based off the scene where the Fellowship have to journey through the Mines of Moria on their quest, and unfortunately find it has all been ruined and sacked by the goblins. And something I really do like about this MOC is that it has a bit of a spooky feel to it. There's lots of skeletons lying around, giving hint to a battle that happened long ago between dwarves and goblins. Everything from all the cobwebs to the dark stone coloured bricks to the doors hanging off the hinges really does give a sense of horror in this once amazing dwarven kingdom. The Fellowship better get out of there quick because there are lots of goblins hiding around each and every corner, and even a cave troll ready to attack. In my opinion, no Tolkien based MOC has ever come close to this one, coming in with over 150,000 pieces and over 1,700 minifigures. This perfectly captures the size and scale of the Battle of Helm's Deep, and this MOC was created by Rich K and Big J, who did an insane job of creating this MOC. You can find all the photos and details of this MOC on the onering.net, a website that keeps you up to date with all things Lord of the Rings. And in terms of the size of the MOC, it uses 24 48x48 base plates, so that gives you an idea of just how big this thing is. The MOC features hundreds of Uruk-hai soldiers with big pikes and lances, just like from the movie. You can also see them scaling up the ladders and onto the ramparts to engage with the elves and Rohirrim. And from this photo you can also see they're trying to break down the front door whilst getting bombarded by stones and arrows from the defenders from up above. One thing I love about this MOC is the brick built rocky sides, which really does create this enclosed scene. The walls are really detailed and are just about as high as Helm's Deep itself. And then moving on to the main fortress, there's enough space on the ramparts for 4 lines of elven archers ready to repel the Uruk-hai. You can even see some of the Uruk-hai berserkers ready to jump into the fray after jumping off the ladders. The creators of this mock actually said it was a nightmare to get all the headpieces for the elves with the ears. They had to source that hairpiece from many different countries, and I'm sure it cost an arm and a leg. Then moving on to the top of Helm's Deep, you have King Théoden overseeing the battle, and the builders did probably as good a job as they could have done with the top of Helm's Deep. It's actually quite intricate in the movie. There's lots of raised platforms and small bridges, and in particular they did a really good job of the spiralling ramp that leads down to the main entrance, which is where Théoden and Aragorn make their final stand on horseback. All in all, this is the mock of all mocks when it comes to Lord of the Rings, and it does the best job possible at recreating this epic scene from the Two Towers. In fact, every mock in this video perfectly captures iconic locations in Middle-earth, so massive shout out to all the creators of these awesome LEGO Lord of the Rings mocks. Be sure to let me know down in the comments which mock is your favourite, and if you've enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing as I post lots of LEGO Lord of the Rings content. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.